on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers, and it's all up next.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
There was a lot of questions surrounding Jordan Love. Was he the long-term answer in Green Bay following in the footsteps of the legendary Aaron Rodgers? And I think last year in his first season as a full-time starter, he certainly quieted.
And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. On second down, Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Now Love. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
That is fielded at the 13. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Here's 2nd and 6. The tight end Fant in motion. On 2nd down, Smith. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and they're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
To return, it's Nixon. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Catch is made by Romeo Doubs. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Third and a yard. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he's not going to get there. Maybe he's looking for a cutback lane, but that certainly didn't develop. And now it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were 3 and out first time around. They'll begin anew here in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. On first down is Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
A second down throw for Smith. He's got a man down the field. That's Bobo. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. On play action, Smith. He'll get this complete to Walker.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5.
And a nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Gino gonna throw for it. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Texas A&M.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Packers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On play action, Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Back to the air, it's Love. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He'll try to run for it. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
1st and 10. Throwing is Love. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
This one complete. Right side, it's Watson.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
To throw is Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This is going to be from 53 yards out. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Halftime coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Smith. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will tie this game up here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Still in search of our first touchdown of the game. We are tied at 3 as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. The tight end Fant in motion. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run the draw with Walker. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Play action now. It's Geno. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
You know, Mike, I like the early aggressive play call to start this second half. I think anytime you find yourself in a tie ball game, you want to be the team that strikes next. In this case, it backfires. They have the turnover. Now it's their defense that's taking the field, and they're going to have to come up with a stop and keep this game all squared up.
The Packers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll go play action with Love. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Green Bay first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will score. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Packers take a 10-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jalen Darden now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Smith. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
They go play action with Smith. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd, and now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Love. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Love to throw. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. On comes the Packers punting team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
On 2nd down, Smith. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Geno. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll run with Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Love. Now he'll run it. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd and 6. Now Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. That's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Dobbs headed in motion. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. A run up the middle with Jacobs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Here's a 2nd and 6. Running is Jacobs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for the Packers. Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.